everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another College Football 25 Ultimate Team video. It's Wednesday, which means we got brand new Stories of the Week cards in the game, and today we're going to be going over the big change that EA made to this promo, so let's go ahead and jump right on into it. So this is the first time that we have a Stories of the Week content drop after Season 3 came out, and like we saw from Season 1 to 2, we got a name change with the Stories of the Week, and it comes along with a welcome pack. So this one is called Rising the Ranks, and this one actually is going to provide additional boosts to theme teams within the top 15 teams in the country. Before we go over that and open up the welcome pack, we do have week number 9 of Game of the Week. This is important because you're going to get a collectible within this welcome pack, and the collectible, if you have all 8 of them plus this one, which would be number 9, you are in line to getting a free 92 overall card in 3 more weeks. So the Game of the Week this week is Ole Miss in Oklahoma. No bias here, a lot of bias actually, but I think it should have been Syracuse-Pittsburgh. There's a couple other games out there that are probably better matchups than this one, but remember, you're really only picking this for uniforms and stadiums in the very slight chance at getting something good out of it. So we'll go on the side of Oklahoma this time around here, and as you can see within the pack, you're going to get a lower overall player for that team. You're going to get their stadium. You're going to get their uniforms, but you're also going to get the Game of the Week token. And like I say, every single week, as soon as you get this, add it into the set, because it does have a quick sell value, and I don't want you guys to accidentally quick sell this one, because if you do that, then you're probably going to miss out on the 92 overall Game of the Week champion. So go right on over to the collectible, put it right into the set, and if you're up to date, you should now see 9 of 12, 3 more weeks away from that free 92 overall, who still hasn't been named. Don't know who it's going to be, don't know when EA is going to name it, but we are getting very, very close to this free player. So if you open up the Stories of the Week welcome pack, it's explaining what I'm going to explain as well here. Basically, every single Wednesday, they're going to make this update where the top 15 in the national rankings are going to get ratings boosts based on if you rock that theme team. Now, this is good but bad at the same time, because unless you're using a bunch of default players, like if you're rocking a natural Georgia theme team, you're probably going to be able to take advantage, but you can put any team chemistry on any card in the game that's elite or higher, but the catch to that is that it costs 15,000 coins, and if you want to remove that team chemistry or switch that team chemistry, you don't get your coins back. I don't even think you get a portion of those coins back. So EA is really kind of finessing people now, because, you know, the number 1 team in the country, which is Georgia right now, or excuse me, Oregon. Georgia beat Texas to knock them out from number 1. You know, Oregon, they're going to get a nice little boost here if you have an Oregon theme team, but hypothetically, if Oregon loses next week or the week after, and then the new number 1 team gets that boost, and you try to switch up your theme team, you need 50 components, number 1, to fully max it out, and that's 15,000 coins every single time for every single player that doesn't naturally have that team chemistry. So to me, this is nice if you rock a theme team that happens to fall into the top 15. If you don't, it's 100% not worth it, unless you're like a trillionaire in coins and you don't mind spending money, and again, you have millions upon millions upon millions, go for it. But to the average user, and probably more than just the average user, this is cool, but it's just not worth it. If you've been checking your Season 3 Field Pass, looking around for more objectives to earn XP outside of the daily objectives that refresh every day at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, just want to point it out one more time that these don't update until Thursdays now. So tomorrow we should see a new set of objectives, and that's probably going to land in the weekly section and the milestone section. For now, you just got your dailies. Everything else for me, as you can see, is maxed out. I did miss a few dailies while I was on vacation, so I'm probably a little bit behind, but I think if you've been up to date, you're probably at level 19, 20, somewhere right around there, maybe 21. You guys can let me know in the comment section what one you're at right now, but look for more objectives tomorrow. With this promo, we're currently at 91 overall champions, 92 overall LTDs, and 89 overall heroes. So not too many sets in the game. These, you know, kind of feel like they could be worth it early on, but as we go up in OVR, it really depends on if they keep up with the sets and have individualized sets for each overall. But for now, if you want to go after one of the 91s that came out today, and we'll show you those cards in a moment, you're going to need 4 89 overall Rising the Ranks cards. You put those into a set, In return, you're going to get a random 91. There's only 2 of them right now, so you're not going to have too many, possibilities out of that pack. And if you want to go after any 89s, you can exchange 2 87 overall Rising the Rank players and then 2 87s from any other promo. You put those into a set. In return, you're going to get a random 89 that you can use to help you build out the 91s. So our 92 overall LTD is going to be outside linebacker Jalon Walker. Let's take a look. 90 speed here, 6'2", 93 acceleration, 92 strength, 93 power move, 86 block shed, only 77 finesse move. It looks like a really, really good card. Now, with most of these high-end LTD, especially at a 92 OVR, it's probably going to be really expensive. Is it going to be worth the coin that it costs right now? More than likely not. I'm actually really surprised this isn't closer to 1 million coins. He's basically right around 6 to 650,000 coins. So there you go. And Georgia's going to get a nice little boost there because of their theme team. The 2 91 overall champions that we got this week. First one up is going to be Jermod McCoy out of Tennessee. And he is 6 foot even, 91 speed, 92 acceleration, 86 zone, 91 man, 91 press. This looks like a really, really good card, especially if you run a lot of man coverage. Seems like more often than not, the cornerbacks that they do drop in the game are usually man coverage base, and just like pretty much all of the other cards at this position that fell before this one, you're going to see a big drop in price. So if there's any cornerbacks that you were targeting prior to today is going to be a good day to go out there and look for them, because this McCoy card should drop the pricing on some of those 89s and 90 overall corners. The other one, I'm going to butcher his last name, so I'm not even going to try, but we got a brand new right tackle in the game, 94 strength, 89 awareness, 87 pass block, 88 run block. Looks like a good card. If you happen to get this out of a booster pack, that's certainly a W there for you. In Miami, because they're in the top 15, is another one of those teams that's going to receive some little bit of an extra theme team boost. Outside of that, we got a couple 89 overall cards here. Here's the 87s. You can see the prices have already kind of settled on these. The 87s are like 13 to 19,000 coins. The 89s are roughly about 60 to 67,000 coins. And remember, you need 4 of these to build out one of these, so you can do the math there. So I'm going to hide my face cam real quick just to show you an example or two of what these brand new boosts are looking like. So if I go to my Malachi Starks card, you can see that he has Georgia chemistry on there, and that's also the default team that he rocks with. If we go to our team chemistries, he's the only Georgia player I have, so we're not anywhere near close to that. But if prior to today you happen to be rocking a Georgia theme team because they're number 2 in the country, you can now see that tier 10, which is 50 components, is going to give you a +2 to speed. If we go to Syracuse, who is outside of the top 25 and obviously outside of the top 15, but will be there very soon when they beat Pittsburgh tomorrow night, don't you worry, you can see that at tier 10, 50 components, you're only getting the +1 speed. And it also follows suit, like with the Georgia, you got +2 to acceleration at tier 9, +2 to agility at tier 8. So it looks like with Georgia, you're basically doubling up on the theme team chemistry and the boosts that come along with it. Alabama, who's actually number 15 in the AP top 25. Again, you can see some of the differences here. It's not just strictly the top 15. The top 5 get a little bit more of a boost, but at tier 10, you're still getting that +2 speed with the 50 components. You look prior to that, tier 8 with agility, tier 9 with acceleration, still only getting the +1. So unless EA changes it, where do you get a good portion of your coins back when you switch a team chemistry on a card and get back a lot of that 15,000 coins? I don't think it's worth it to chase after any of those theme teams. I mean, some of them are going to remain in the top 15 for the rest of the year, but just think about, you spend a bunch of coin to go out there and build an Alabama theme team, and then they lose another game, they get kicked outside of that top 15. Now you use that or lose that +2 speed boost at the 50 components. So it's just too much of a risk, way too expensive, unless we start to get refunds on that, or you already rocking one of those theme teams, you can take advantage. Now to close out with the pack offers, we have basically the $100 bundle. Again, I just cannot continue to give you my disgust on this one. A $100 bundle should guarantee you a champion. This pack, maybe take down the number of Stories of the Week packs. 15 is a lot, and that's cool, but the topper only an 89 plus. And if you go into the odds here and see, you got a 5.1% chance at a champion for a $100 bundle. I'm going to continue to point these things out because they're going to continue to annoy me with this stuff all year. These are just simply not worth your money. I wouldn't dare open up a pack that roughly costs about $50 and only get one pack. You got a $20 Rising the Ranks fantasy pack here, which this one, 19% chance at a 91 plus, 76% chance at an 89. I mean, you're almost better off just spending your money on these types of bundles, even though I'm not a fan of these either. Now, we do have some booster options that we're going to show you guys in a moment, but I did also want to point out new training packs. I don't really think these are worth it at all, but you have a B&D training pack. You get an 87 plus for 3,330 training, or 3,300. I don't know where I got the 30 from. The only situation where I feel like these would be worth it is if you have a bunch of training from a bunch of B&D cards that you got from a bunch of booster packs like I did, you know, a couple weeks ago. You're still not guaranteeing yourself a really high-end card here, and I don't think it's going to give you the percentage of what you can get outside of the 87, and I'm sure the 87s are going to be pretty frequent, but if you happen to have a ton of training and you don't know how else to use it, that might not be a bad idea. It's basically like a booster pack, but with training instead of money. And then you have just a reroll pack, but 10,000 training for an 87 plus is way, way, way overpriced. So I would stay away from that. They did also add in some coin packs for B&D cards. 17,000 coins, 87 plus B&D. If you have like millions upon millions, this might be worth the risk here because you're basically spending a little bit under 100,000 coins to open up all 5 of them, but this does set kind of a dangerous precedent, and I bet they're going to do this for the remainder of the year if they see a lot of people open these, so I'm not going to touch them, but I don't think it's a terrible, terrible value because they're about 17K. If you get a bunch of 87s, you're not going to be feeling great about that. But let's go ahead and close out the video with the booster packs. We got the $4.50 booster pack, or basically the $5 pack. Honestly, I never read the descriptions on these. I just open them up and hope for the best, and sure enough, we did get a brand new 89 overall card. Now, these are B&D, so we can't do much with them outside of putting them in our lineup, but we get Tara Edwards there, and we get 2 choices out of this one. We're not Clemson fans in this household, so I'm purposely not going to pick the Clemson player, and there we go. For $5, we got an 89 and an 87. Could put those players in our lineup. We could quick sell them for training. Let's go ahead and open up the Rising the Ranks Extra Booster Pack. This type of pack was really, really kind to me with Legends this past weekend. We pulled Luke Kuechly, we pulled Jameis Winston, we got another Clemson guy, or the same Clemson guy, I should say. Don't really want to have to select him. Would really like to see a higher overall card, like right here. Come on, give me something good. We got an 80 overall GT, which I already have in my lineup, so that actually doesn't help me. But we got to take the higher OVR cards here. So, since we already got Justice Ellison, oh, I forgot we had a Rakpo in here. So we're going to go ahead. Oh, we get all the cards. It's not a fantasy pack. So we got ourselves a nice little amount of training there. That pack actually wasn't too bad. I wish it would have contained a 91 overall card, but I'm not too mad at it. So there you go. That is the content. No content tomorrow. Part 2 of Heisman Hopefuls on Friday, Legends on Sunday. We should be dropping a video tomorrow anyway, so be on the lookout. But thank you for watching this one. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out.